Right. Goldfinger. Now this is where it gets going, okay? Because Dr. No, nice little film. Nice little fun film. James Bond goes to Jamaica. Yay. From Russia with Love. Cool. It's a proper cool spy thriller. You got Russians and you got spy stuff. You got some gadgets. A little bit of gadgetry. Okay? You get to see Q for the first time, but he's not really Q. You know what I mean? Like he's got a cool briefcase. Sweet. He bangs a few women. There's some jippos. I love me some jippos. Yes, jippos. I like to have sex with gypsies. Gypsy girls. Yes. Anyway, Goldfinger. Goldfinger. This is the one. This is the one that kind of made it all into a big, massive franchise. This is the one that kind of made... I mean, it could have... if it had been unsuccessful, I'm sure they would have probably revamped it again some way, somehow, because the books are iconic and, very well loved and very popular. But this is the one that kind of really made this a franchise. It made this a thing. All the proper like tropes that the usual kind of things that you see in a James Bond film. This is kind of like the first one that kind of kicks that off. And, like James Bond getting a car, getting the Aston Martin, with all the gadgets and the machine guns and the ejector seat. Oh my God. That was cool. And yeah, I remember watching this as a little kid and just loving it and thinking, wow, this is amazing. As I say, like as a little kid, you don't really watch films that are old and think that they're old, if you know what I mean. You kind of watch them and you kind of just think, oh yeah, that was made yesterday. It's like Star Wars. When I first saw Star Wars, I saw the re-release in, I think it was 1997 when they re-released it all. So I didn't really, I thought we were going to go see a brand new movie. Didn't realise it was a film that came out 20 years before. Yeah. And oh my God, this has got one of the best songs in the whole James Bond franchise. Goldfinger. Wah, wah, wah. It's got one of the best henchmen as well. Odd Job, his name is, which is very funny in Austin Powers. Obviously, they take the piss out of that, where you've got a character who looks like Odd Job, and his name's called Random Task, and that is just hilarious. And then, oh yeah, the golf bit where he's playing golf with Goldfinger. And then he takes the hat off and then he throws it at the statue and the head comes off. Brilliant. Pure cinema. Pure cinema. That is, yeah. And yeah, and there's, the beginning bit where that woman's all in gold. There's just so much to talk about with this film. She's like dead and she's got gold all over her. She was hot. So that was a shame. Also, this has probably got one of the best... Like, because this sticks with me, like the one-liners, right? There's a bit at the beginning where he kills a dude, where like I think he pushes him into a bathtub and then throws like a fan into the tub, and it's full of water, and then the guy gets electrocuted, and it's like, and he says one of the best like one-liners like ever, where he just goes shocking like that, Just brilliant. And this just has all the tropes and all the just all the things that you expect from a James Bond film. Blofeld isn't in it though, and Spectre. I don't think Spectre are mentioned in any scene. I don't think. Oh yes, and then you got one of the best Bond girls. She's definitely got one of the best names, and that is Pussy Galore. Yes, Pussy Galore. Pussy. Anyway, yeah, she's great. She's wonderful. She's like, I think the whole idea about her character, or at least this is what I've heard, is that apparently she's supposed to be like a lesbian and she likes women. She's into women, but then she meets James Bond and he's just like, well, we'll see about that. And then, yeah. The obvious happens. But yeah, I love the car chase. I love the ejector seat scene is fantastic. It's just great. And I know it's kind of boring. Like I'm trying to find some fault in this. No, I can't. I mean, it's obviously it's old fashioned, and some people I think will be offended by some of the ways, some of the things that they say about women. There's a bit at the beginning where Sean Connery is like talking to Felix Leiter, and he's just like, "Man talk, go away."
Dink, say goodbye to Felix. Man talk.
Like that. And it's like, yeah, some people are going to be offended by that, but so what? I don't care. It's like you're watching a film. He's a character. It was in the 60s. That's how it was. Okay, sorry about that. And there's actually a line in it as well where he talks about the Beatles, where he hates the Beatles, and like looking at this from a perspective of nowadays, we all think the Beatles are great. We all think that they're like amazing. But at the time, in the 60s, somebody like James Bond probably would have looked at the Beatles like, like One Direction, because I don't really like One Direction. I think they're just a typical boy band, They make generic music. That's it, really. It kind of does make sense that he doesn't like their music. But like, we all go on about how wonderful they are now, but back in those days, I bet a lot of people like James Bond, who are kind of more conservative, because he's like what, he's in his like 30s or whatever. He's not like a little girl, like a little teenage girl back in the 60s would have loved the Beatles. But so yeah, it does make sense. But yeah, I love Goldfinger, the German actor. He was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I think he was. The bit with the laser is fantastic. I love that. I love the bit where he's just like, "You expect me to talk?" And then he's just like, "No, I expect you to die, Mr. Bond." It's brilliant. I don't think that was his voice, though. I think they actually got somebody to dub him, which, again, news to me. News that I just discovered. But yes, I love this film. I love it. Okay? I love it. Shut up, right? I've just quickly, fucking hell, sorry. I've actually got all the James Bond films here in like a sort of like a little wallet, because I got rid of all the cases, so I've got all the CDs and stuff, like all the CDs. Yeah, I think it's because I wanted to make more space, so I just bought this thing, and I put all these DVDs in it and stuff like that. So like, oh dear, bit mucky. Yeah, so I got all of them, and I've got all the like the Daniel Craigs and everything there. They're on Blu-ray, so I've got those. But yeah, got all the Pierce Brosnan ones are there at the back. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a film nerd. But yeah, this is a big old wallet full of DVDs. Just uncovered that. It was in a cupboard somewhere. I probably should buy them all on Blu-ray or 4K or whatever, because why not? But times are hard. Money. I reckon, like, look, if this video gets lots of views, maybe I might be able to make some money, and then maybe I might go out and buy the Blu-ray set or the 4K set or whatever. But yeah, anyway, Goldfinger is fucking brilliant. Sorry to swear, but it is. The car chase, the laser scene, odd job. He's got a golden gun as well. That's cool. What else can I say? What else can I say except, yeah. Pussy. Right. Yeah, that's it. That's it for Goldfinger. Now we're on to All right, bye.